Morning guys, 9:38 on Monday. Happy Monday, beginning of the week. Obviously we had a really strong move from Bitcoin overnight. I think you all would have seen that, and possibly you would have made some good profits on altcoins. I think maybe not trading advice, but potentially take some of those profits now. Only because, yeah, I mean, the hype machine is kicking off. So Twitter and Instagram, various other things are saying bull runs back, and we found the bottom, starting to move up. But you gotta trade what's in front of you, and you gotta trade the information that you can see. And at the moment, all I'm seeing is a move from Bitcoin that's created a lower high. Okay, there's nothing telling me right now that Bitcoin is going to continue going up. So we've had this move up. So I've changed these levels into support, and this was Bitcoin needs to regain this level. Bitcoin needs to hold this level. Okay, so key now, we've had this double bottom here. Key now is for Bitcoin to hold this level. So it's a strong area of support. On the Bitcoin move, we've made a lower high. So this is what I was alluding to. This was the higher high. So we had you can see we've had a higher high, a lower high, a lower high, and then a lower high again. That's a downward trend. Okay, so if I get my line tool, obviously identifying as a downward trend. So what Bitcoin has to do is, first of all, we need to break out of this original falling wedge. Okay, so this triangle, colored triangle that I've got here, this one here, we have to break this trend line. We then have another falling wedge in play, so potentially have excuse the baby crying, potentially have a broadening wedge in play. Let me just polygon that in. Like so. Let's change the color of that. Okay, so we need to understand the channels that we're trading in and what Bitcoin needs to do to be able to get out of those channels. So potentially we're trading in this broadening wedge. Okay, because we've had a touch down the bottom, touch here, and we've had 1, 2, 3, possibly a fourth, but that was rejected by the previous falling wedge that it was in. Okay, so this whole area here, and then this area, Bitcoin has to take in order for there to be an inclination of some bullish reversal. We're just not seeing that at the moment. Just not seeing that at all. So when we say play the chart in front of you, we've just now got to have a look. Let's just zoom in a little bit. We've now got to try and have a look to see where Bitcoin is trading at the moment and what we're looking for Bitcoin to do. So I'm just going to delete this out. Okay, I'm just going to delete these out as well, because you have to make a trading decision based on this information, because as we know, the market will follow Bitcoin in what it does. Until Bitcoin starts moving sideways and up and sort of consolidating, altcoins will follow Bitcoin. So if we have a look at block right now, we can see, if I just go to the 30-minute chart, we can see block moving down. Okay, we can see Bitcoin moving down. Let's have a look at Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance moving up. That's what we want to find out. Whenever we look at Bitcoin dominance, so the only question we need to ask ideally is it moving up, or questions, is it moving up or down? So not really doing much at the moment, Bitcoin dominance, but I would imagine that's going to start moving up. So we've got to keep an eye on Bitcoin dominance. Okay, Bitcoin. So what we're asking Bitcoin to do right now is hold this level. Okay, so 55,808 becomes a very significant level for Bitcoin in order for it to continue moving upwards. So we're looking for a bounce off this level and then break out of these two trend lines. Okay, we're then ideally looking for a little bit of consolidation before we make the next leg up. Okay, so just have that in the back of your mind, what Bitcoin needs to do. Ideally 61,385 is what Bitcoin needs to break, but for now all we're looking for is a higher high. So we're looking for, so let me bring that into play as well. We're looking for this level here. So from Bitcoin, I want to see the price move higher than 58,941. Okay, that is the key level. I'm going to change that to a dotted line actually. Okay, right now, although this is the important level, this is the key level that it needs to take. This is the key level that it needs to hold. So I'm looking for a bounce off 55,808, and then I'm looking for a move higher than 58,941. That would be a starting point for me. But at the moment, all I'm seeing is a downtrend. I'm seeing, yeah, a nice move up, but I'm just seeing a downtrend. And if we're in a downtrend, in theory, the price is going to continue to go down. We may find that we do play in this broadening wedge, falling broadening wedge, and then we are touching on this trend line, which is where personally I want Bitcoin to be. I want Bitcoin to be jumping off this trend line. I want a strong bounce like down here off this trend line, because it confirms this bigger pattern, and it also allows us to trade that pattern all the way either up to the top or somewhere here, somewhere around the 66,000 mark, 68,000 mark, which would be a lower high, which wouldn't be great, but at least we've then got an opportunity to trade this level, and then we might have our altcoin season. Our altcoin season might kick in as Bitcoin's moving up. But for now, I would say still trade cautiously. Let's see if we can have a bounce off this 55,808, and let's see if today, in the next 24 hours, we can take 58,941. Okay, that would be great. Consolidate above 58,941, and then aim for a higher move up above 61,385. That would be it for me. Let's just have a look at the indicators. So, sorry, I'm on the 8 hour there. Let's have a look at the 4 hour, because the stock RSI. So the stock RSI just crossed bearish, okay, in the last 4 hours. So, like we mentioned yesterday, whenever we see a bearish cross on the stock RSI, it generally indicates there's some downward movement. We're probably seeing that downward movement now, okay? And what we don't know is whether this is going to come down to the bottom or whether this is just going to come down and then go back up again, like so. In which case, we might see this sort of move. So we don't know that yet. We've still got a bullish MACD and we've still got a bullish stock RSI, although that's pointing down. What we don't want to see is the stock RSI move to under 50, because the bears will then jump all over this. Let's have a look at the daily. So the daily stock RSI is bullish and moving up. We still haven't had that bullish cross though on the daily on the MACD. So you've got the potential. You've got to look at the levels. You've got the potential here of the stock RSI reaching the top, but the MACD not actually crossing. Okay, so this is going up quite quickly. MACD's coming around slowly. So if this hits the top and moves down, you're potentially going to see a move down from the MACD, and then that again brings the prices down. What we want to see with regards to this is probably the MACD sharp rise up. This then, like we see here, this then pegged along the top. Okay, so that's what you're looking for from your indicators. We also want to see the RSI above 50. So we need to see the RSI moving above 50 as well. You can see here where the stock RSI was overbought, but see how it's pegged to the top. See this run up here, but look at the MACD. Okay, MACD bullish. If we can get that crossover, I'm pretty sure we'll have a similar situation, and then we may well have this strong move up, but we need the MACD to cross over bullish before that can happen. Okay, let's have a look at the weekly. So the weekly, I mean, obviously the weekly takes a long time to play out. Okay, but the good thing is, with regards to the weekly, is the stock RSI is almost overbought. The trouble is, as you can see here, you can peg to the bottom. What we don't want to see ideally is this cross. So we need to see some sort of move up from the stock RSI to then lift the MACD up. Okay. Block. So block, you would have made, if you jumped into block at its low point, you would have made decent profits, but you've got to remember to take profits. If you don't take profits, then you're just going to be sitting on, not losses, but you're just going to be sitting on crypto, and you're not really earning any money from it. Okay, look at this double top here. Double top pattern, bearish reversal pattern, price moving down. Look to buy some more block a bit further down. So I think this will continue lower as Bitcoin continues lower. I think Bitcoin, we're looking at bounce off this support line minimum and then obviously the support underneath. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Let's just have a look at Ethereum. I would imagine Ethereum is running exactly the same as Bitcoin at the moment. Anytime today, Ethereum. Yeah, so we can see Ethereum moving down. Okay, not as much, not moving down as much, but certainly moving down. Let's have a look at the 4-hour key time frame. So yeah, we just crossed bearish on the 4-hour on Ethereum. So likelihood, depending on what the MACD does, likelihood some slow movement down there. Let's just have a look at sand. Yeah, same with sand. So remember to also have a look at your CoinMarketCap exchange. At the moment, we're having some focus on Metaverse. Let's see how the Metaverse is doing. So 24-hour change. So you can see, wow, you can see some big moves from Metaverse recently. So these are potentially some of the coins you would be looking to move back into if Bitcoin starts to move down. Fear. I did look at this one the other day. So I'm going to have a quick squiz through a load of these and just see where we're at. We obviously want them on KuCoin Exchange ideally, so we just need to check that. Cryptocurrencies in general, we do it by 24-hour change. So not huge movements from the market in general. So normally you look for lots of double digits, but we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double digits. Sand doing the best. So Metaverse again, sort of leading the way with regards to gains. Hang on, oh no, that was 7-day. So I'm just looking at 24-hour change, not 7-day change. Okay, so again, Metaverse. So a lot of the Metaverse tokens doing well, but not really a great day with regards to crypto as such. So make sure you have a look at CoinMarketCap regularly just to see what's moving and what's not moving. Let's see what DeFi projects are moving. So RSR is moving. Any Mbox, I think Mbox. I need to have a look at Mbox. Sushi. I mentioned sushi the other day. Sushi seems to be moving well. Coty's always got stacks of news against it. So it's really important. This is a way to identify which coins to move into should Bitcoin consolidate. Because these are the coins that are moving prior to that. Not consolidate, prior to that move down. Okay, let's have a look at fear and greed. So fear and greed is down. So yesterday 27, today 33. So probably moved up based on that little run we had yesterday, but still a lot of fear in the market. So we just need to bear that in mind at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there for now. Keep an eye on Bitcoin. Keep an eye on your positions. Take some profits. Remember to take some profits off the table. Buy back in lower. Not trading advice, it's entirely up to you what you want to do with your funds, but there's no point sort of going into block, making some decent profits, and then watching block go all the way back down to where you actually bought in when you could have taken some profits. I know it's not easy for some of you to do because you're not trading full time, but you know you should certainly try and take profits. Keep an eye on sand as well. So sand has been moving particularly well, and could be one to look at should Bitcoin move down. So I'm going to leave it there. Just need to see if we get a bounce of 55,808. If not, then some more downward movement, unfortunately. And just make sure you understand the levels that Bitcoin needs to get above before we can all start, clapping and saying yes, we're in a bull run. Bitcoin has a lot of work to do at the moment. All right, cheers, guys.